Social workers of TikTok. I didn't have the best experience in foster care. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been better. And I've worked in a social services department. There's always someone in my comments who says, this is why I want to be a social worker. I want to be the one to make a difference. I want to be the one to make sure the children have a good experience. And then there's always someone who will reply to that comment and say, you won't be able to. You won't be able to make a difference. Once you're in the system, you will realise that you cannot make the difference. And I get really sad when I see that. Because I do believe, say what you want about social services, say what you want about social workers, but I genuinely believe the majority of people who become social workers do go in it with the ambition to change the system. Because they're not doing it for the money. Social workers don't actually get paid a lot. Imagine, I worked in a senior admin position in a social services department. Growing up, I got no qualifications, no GCSEs. I never did A-levels. I never went to university. These social workers weren't even earning that much more than me. And they had to do a whole degree, years of training. They weren't even earning that much more than me. So social workers, if you become a social worker, I genuinely believe people are doing it for the right reason. But I do somewhat agree that there are ways a social worker would want to help a child, but they can't, either because they're not allowed to, because, you're not allowed to get too close to the children. You can't, have this favoritism. Also, I don't think people realise how high social workers' caseloads are. You will have a social worker with 40 children under their caseload. And me as a foster child always wondered, why doesn't this social worker seem to care about me? Why does this social worker not contact me unless they absolutely have to? And it was only when I started working in a social services department that I realised, how could they? How could they? They had 40 kids to deal with. They barely had time to do what they had to do for the kids, let alone do what they want to do for the kids. And don't get me wrong, there are definitely some really horrible social workers out there. I've met them, I've had them. But there are good ones too who I think are so restricted in what they can do. And social workers have a shocking amount of admin work to do. Like, imagine I worked in admin, but there was still loads of admin they have to do themselves. I don't know where I'm going with this video. I saw social workers are trending, so I thought I'd talk about it.